If India were to pull off a big win, a miraculous win in Pune, they needed one of their miracle boys to perform very well. The miracle may still happen, but it's a big blow to the Indian team because Rishabh Pant, India's miracle boy in Test cricket, he got run out for what turned out to be his first duck at home. 3 balls that he faced, didn't get a run and eventually gets run out. The man on the opposite side as he got run out was a certain Virat Kohli, who also then later on in the next couple of overs ended up losing his wicket. But the big question at the moment is with Virat Kohli being involved in a run out, and it's not happened for the first time. Everyone's asking, was Virat Kohli at fault? Was Virat Kohli responsible for one of your biggest match winners in Test cricket in Rishabh Pant to get dismissed in such a crucial match where India are now looking at a series defeat? I have a few images with me and I have my reasons as well to tell you why Virat Kohli wasn't at fault over here. In case you thought or are believing, starting to believe basis on a few screenshots doing the rounds on social media and the names being called out for Virat Kohli at the moment, well, hold your horses because I'm here to break all of that down for you and bust all those myths that you may have fallen prey to. Let's go. We've got 4 screen grabs over here. Let's go frame by frame and tell you how exactly things happened. Virat Kohli on strike over here. He placed the ball over here right behind backward point. This is where the ball gets played in the gap over here. The ball still making contact and it eventually lands somewhere over here. Now see what happens. Virat Kohli is on his back foot. Rishabh Pant, as you would expect any non-striker to be, still is there in the crease. But look what happens. The moment Virat Kohli hits the ball in the gap, that's where you see there being a trigger movement of sorts from Rishabh Pant, and he is ahead, much ahead than Virat Kohli. Let's go to the second frame. So this is how it started. Virat Kohli makes contact with the ball and hits it in the gap. See what happens next. The fielder then in Santner closes in on the ball, which is right here. Virat, as any batter would, if you played cricket, you would understand, if it's played in the V of a striker, then it becomes the striker's call, it becomes the batter's call. However, look at that, it's hit behind the batter, so you don't really get a vision of what's happening right behind you. So Virat takes this one glimpse, he takes just this one glimpse where he sees the ball in the gap. Look what happens then. Rishabh Pant is already out of his crease, whereas Virat Kohli is deep inside his crease. Look where his back leg is, so close in the crease he is. His legs rooted well in the crease, the back leg in fact very close to the stumps as well as he's ball watching. Rishabh Pant is already on his motorbike, you see. Rishabh Pant's already charged. Look what happens next when the fielder then closes in. So the ball somewhere over here, it's a bit blurry, so you may not be able to spot the ball. But Santner, as he closes in, Virat is now out of his crease. Now this is the time from here to here, see what's changed. He takes a look, then he sees where the non-striker is. Now in such instances where the ball is right behind you, you look at the non-striker. The non-striker has a much clearer view of the situation than the batter does. So he looks at Rishabh Pant, who is, by the way, a good couple of yards outside the wicket, is outside the crease, while Virat is still very much at the crease, just 1 foot outside. Look where Rishabh Pant is. He's already charged. He's ready to take the run. He's ready to take the gamble. Probably wasn't expecting the fielder to be as quick as he ended up being, or didn't anticipate the fact that it was Santner who would quickly grab the ball and throw it with his left arm. So Rishabh Pant has already charged. He's already made his way. He's made his intent very clear, and he's the one who's made the advance over here. So Virat looks, he gets the confidence from Rishabh Pant, and both of them then go ahead and complete it. There's no stutter at all over here. This is the only time Virat Kohli looks at him. And Rishabh Pant, as I said, was already on his motorbike by then. He realized he was too late, had to put in the dive, but all of that was futile because the throw was spot on right over the stumps, and the keeper had no hesitation, just taking the bails away very quickly. Rishabh Pant gets out on a duck. A little bit of confusion between the two of sorts, but if you ask me, Rishabh Pant, well, you needed to calculate as somebody on the non-striker to know how quick the fielder could have been. Maybe this was just too risky a single in the first place. India still needed in excess of 200 runs to from what they were looking at achieving. So you could have been more cautious, not gone for that single, perhaps could have been avoided, and because of that confusion between the two, Rishabh Pant ends up losing his wicket. Virat Kohli was stranded on the other side, and that's what happened. So in case if there was any confusion, we tried breaking it down for you that this was in no way Virat Kohli's mistake. Rishabh Pant had to, or has to, in fact, take onus of his own dismissal over here, and unfortunate that one of India's biggest match winners in such a crucial match with the series on the line ends up giving away his wicket in such a manner.